Welcome back. Hopefully you paused the video so you could work these problems, binomials multiplied by other binomials. So let's check some answers here. For letter A, I like the distributive property method, so I'm going to write out 5x times 2x plus 1 minus 3 times 2x plus 1. And I'm going to distribute, so 10x squared plus 5x minus 6x minus 3. And then I'm going to combine like terms, so I get 10x squared minus x minus 3. For letter B, I'm going to use the box method, so I'm going to make my box. And I'm going to put x minus 6 on the top of one and 4x plus 3 at the side of the other. So I'll get 4x squared minus 24x plus 3x minus 18. And so if I look on the diagonal, I'll have my like terms. So I get 4x squared minus 24 plus 3 is minus 21x minus 18. And that's in standard form with descending order of the variable, so we have our x squared term first. The next one, I'm going to do that using FOIL, so I'll take x times 4x. That's the first. Then I'll do outer, so that'll be x times minus 5. And then inner, that'll be negative 3 times 4x. And last will be minus 3 times minus 5. So that gives me 4x squared minus 5x minus 12x plus 15. Combine the middle terms. Sorry about that, my lights go off in my classroom. Okay, so combine the middle terms and I get 4x squared minus 17x plus 15. So I'll just use the various methods. I'll do FOIL here and I'll show it differently. This is a little more in my head. I've got 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times 4 plus 12x. 1 times x plus 1x, 1 times 4 plus 4. Combine the middle terms and we get 13x plus 4. And so I'll use FOIL for all the rest of these. That's the fastest and most in your head way. It's not always going to be the best way for you. Some of you would like a visual way. Some of you need to write out the terms so you don't make a mistake. So you'll be practicing and judging what the best way is for you. So 3x times 7x, 21x squared. 3x times minus 3 is minus 9x. Minus 4 times 7x is minus 28x. Minus 4 times minus 3 is plus 12. So 21x squared, combine the middle terms. So negative 9 minus 28 is negative 37 plus 12. And last but not least, here we have a little bit of a exponent problem. 2x squared times 2x is 4x to the third. 2x squared times minus 5 is minus 10x squared plus 6x minus 15. So it turns out there are no like terms to combine there. So we end up with a cubic polynomial, which is anything more than 3 terms. So now if we want to look at a bigger problem, multiplying a trinomial by a binomial, we need to pick one of the 3 methods to show to do this. So I'm going to be looking at distributive property and foiling, and we can't use FOIL because there's actually more than 4, so it's more than just first, outer, inner, last, and the area model. So to be quite honest, my notes show the distributive property method, and I almost always use an area model or a box method to do these, so I'll do both. for my example. So distributive property, I'm just going to make sure I've got a 3 or a trinomial times a binomial. So that's 3 times 2. I need to end up with 6 terms when I'm done. So here's going to be my first two. 3x squared times 2x is 6x to the third. 3x squared times minus 7 is minus 21x squared. So then I've got, and let me get a different color marker. Okay, now I've got plus x, and I'm going to multiply it times both items in the second binomial. So x times 2x is 2x squared. X times minus 7, minus 7x. And then I'm going to do my minus 5 times both. So that's minus 10x, and minus 5 times minus 7 plus 35. So I'm going to rewrite it with my like terms together. So negative 21 plus 2 is minus 19x squared. Negative 7 minus 10 is minus 17x plus 35. And so I'm going to use some of the space down below to show the box method. So I'm going to draw a 3 by 2 box. And I've got 3x squared plus x minus 5. And I've got 2x minus 7 here. So it's just going to help me make sure I get all 6 terms and don't leave one out. So 3x squared times 2x, that's my 6x cubed. 2x times x, 2x squared minus 10x. 3x squared times minus 7, that's minus 21x squared. Minus 7x plus 35. And then usually on the diagonals, here's your like terms. And so you'll end up back with the same answer. It's just 2 different ways of showing how you got there. So now it's your turn. This is your try it. Please pause the video and try your very best to do the example on your own, and then we'll come back and check in a minute. Welcome back, students. Your final answer to the your turn problem should be 2x cubed minus 9x squared plus 10x minus 3. And I'll show you how I got there. I did 2x squared times x and times minus 3, so I got 2x cubed minus 6x squared. Minus 3x times x is minus 3x squared. Minus 3x times minus 3 is plus 9x. And then I have my plus 1 times both items at the end. So plus 1 times x is plus x minus 3. So then I can combine my like terms. So here's my 2x cubed. Here's negative 9x squared. 9 plus 1x is 10x. And then minus 3. That concludes the video for lesson 3, multiplying two binomials. Thanks for watching.